Hello everyone, welcome for this new episode of Timeout from Tamriel with Deltia and Sigtrig and myself. Today we are going to speak about the justice system. It wins with 20 votes versus 12 votes. So, Deltia, what can you tell us about the justice system? Timeout.
Justice system. I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Wait, maybe I did. Justice system is amazing. Come on. Aloha, you've probably been playing this like 900 hours by now. Tell me you've been just going crazy on this, Aloha.
Oh yes, I've played it a lot because I remade a new character to play with my boyfriend and we have been sneaking around. It was a Khajiit.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, of course, it has to be a Khajiit. This one don't know anything about this. Why is this in my bag?
Are you RPing it too? Aloha, you're going crazy on this Khajiit thing.
No, I'm just...
It's really good. I mean, it adds such a new layer of complexity to the game. It's like its own game. I mean, what MMO can you literally just nuke thieves and kill the guards and stuff and be like a legitimate thief? This makes it so much more Elder Scrolls, especially for, you know, I hate to say it, but the casual player that wants to come in, spend an hour or two and have fun. Perfect, because you can sit here and you can go steal a bunch of stuff, get some loot, and then, you know, take an hour off and not have to, you know, basically do a huge dungeon raid to experience the game. So I personally like it a lot. The Ledgerman's skill is pretty cool. I think they have a lot of room to advance it. Basically, I would like to see more story elements with it. That would be really cool for me. But it's a great starting point, and I can see this going huge in the future. Great addition for the game, totally.
And you see, Tricked, I know you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've been playing it, you know, an hour here, hour there, you know. I'm running into some things with it that I think they're going to need to change, but overall, it's a great system. I really enjoy it.
Well, tell us what things they need to change. That wasn't very specific.
Well, you know, I think my biggest thing is they are either going to have to make it so that the guards are not impossible to kill, or when the guard kills you, that's the end of it. All this, the repetitive, you know, it just keeps killing you and killing you and killing you and killing you until your bounty's paid off. Kind of just saps the fun right out of it.
How so?
Well, okay, so I went, you know, you're trying to get, you know, like the mass murderer achievement or whatever, you have to kill a bunch of NPCs, so your bounty goes way up, right?
Yeah.
And in order to keep your gold, you have to bank it so that the guards don't take it from you. So it gets to a point where you're trying to get this achievement done, you've got, you know, 70,000 gold in a bounty on your head, and you decide that you don't want to do, you know, you don't want to work towards the achievement anymore. You either have to wait for the bounty to wear off, you have to pay the bounty, or get repetitively killed until it's eventually paid off with whatever they take from you.
But isn't that the whole point of it? Like, being an outlaw,
well,
you can't just, like, you know, click one button and, oh, I'm not an outlaw anymore.
Yes and no, but, I mean, you know, the way that MMOs work, you know, there's, you know, you do one thing, and then later on you decide, okay, I'm done soloing right now, it's time for, you know, group content. It's the same thing here. You know, you play Justice System for a little while, and then, you know, you've got something else that you want to do. If you were working towards getting that mass murderer achievement, you basically have to keep going until, you know, until you're done with it. And then what do you know, are you going to pay 75,000 gold to clear that so that you can go train your horse to go faster?
No, but you're going to sneak around and be a thief. And I think that's what the point is.
You know, and I get that, but it was really frustrating because, you know, I was working on it and then I was done doing that for now, and I had all my gold banked, and, you know, and like, if you pour it out and go to another city, how are they going to know that you're a criminal?
Well, think about it. It's a magical universe. So think about, I mean, how does the FBI know Osama bin Laden's bad in one place or another? Yeah. We have the internet, but they have the Mages Guild and the Thieves Guild.
That's just my thing. You know, I think once you get killed, I mean, isn't that your punishment?
Yeah, I can
So,
see that.
yeah.
But it came from a long way. I mean, when it was in beta, you couldn't even get back to the bank.
Right.
So, Lo, what's your take on it?
I find it very fun, and I didn't have any problem with the guard. I always managed to escape, or I had to pay. Now, the way I played, it was more careful. So I was always cleaning up either my bounty or not having too much bounty on me, always selling my items fast. I've discovered some place where it's almost an exploit, because you have some place where there is no guard and you can steal and steal and steal without having too much problem. Especially
What is that
if
place, by the way?
You have some camp. For instance, in Glenumbra, you have a camp. I don't remember the name of the place.
Of course you don't.
It's with Mage, and it's the series of quests with the Falshu werewolf. And so you have Mage, and Mage have more interesting item on them. There is no guard, and you can sneak around those Mage and pickpocket them in chain. You pickpocket one, then you go to the next, then you go to the next, etc. And if you are caught by them, you will just have a little bounty, but you have no guard in this area. There's another place which is very good, which is the Palace of Hosni, the Kunt Hosni in Stormhaven. And what I was doing, because I'm a bit more clumsy, my boyfriend is very good at pickpocketing, me a little bit less, but I was just stealing all his house. I have sold the whole house of Kunt Hosni several times. And you can make 2,000 gold quite easily like that. When you're a low-level character, this is pretty cool, because you're just stealing people, not taking too much risk, there is no guard, and up 2,000 gold more. You store it in your bank, and that's it, and you continue your adventure. So until now, I find it very fun, and I wonder if there's no place like that which can be exploitable, or it's too easy. I don't know.
Well, speaking of too easy, I mean, if you watch my YouTube video on it, all you can do is take a potion, walk in front of 5 guards, and steal whatever you want. So right now, potions are way too powerful for it. Like, you use an invisibility potion, you can't be CC'd. You can either get away with a 100k bounty, or you can just steal right in front of them. So I think back to Sig's point, they do need some tuning. Like, if someone wants to opt out of it because, okay, this isn't fun, and I don't want to spend 3 days in game never going to town, because there was people that did that and couldn't go back to town to get daily quests. So
Right.
I can see where that's a pain in the butt. But they need some tuning.
It does. The system works the way it is, but there is a point where all of a sudden, if you don't want to participate in that anymore, and the guards still do, it kind of just saps the fun out of it.
Yeah.
So there needs to be it needs to be softened, I guess, in some way. So.
I think the best, and that's a tip I could give to people, is to have one character that is your thief, and it's not your main character, or it's your character that's really specialized into that. And so you are not annoyed when you want to do dungeon and stuff like that. If you accumulate both, it might be difficult for totally
But what about the people that want to have one character only?
Yeah, I know, but that's a choice to make. But then you know that you're taking risk. I think this world game, it's accepting that you're taking risk or refusing them, and you play around it.
Right.
I would not want. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, when it comes to, it's kind of in 2 parts. You've got the stealing, the pickpocketing, and the breaking into houses and stuff. And if you get caught doing that, and it's like 75 gold to pay it off and, go about your way, that's fine. But when you're working on trying to get the achievements where you're just racking up the bounty, and it's because you're killing NPCs, that's where I ran into the problem.
But you're a very bad guy. Normally you should be executed on the guillotine. Sick trick on the guillotine.
I was. They smacked me down hard about 1 million times.
Well, I like that, but personally, I think, it's a little bit too powerful using potions. There's some cheap ways of going around it, and I think they need to update pickpocketing. Like, it's by far the easiest way to get caught, and there's not that much incentive. Like, somehow if you could steal from the guard, you should be able to get, like, a super gold item that, even maybe gear that's super valuable, something like that, because I don't even pickpocket, unless I'm going for achievement, because what am I going to get? $100 item when I could just use a couple potions and bang, no problem. Right. So that's the positives and negative. So far, I mean, what's like our general take on it? Is this game changing? This is going to make this MMO like utterly amazing, or is it kind of in between?
I think it's a very good idea. They needed to put that. What I'm more worried if they are going to put the PvP aspect of it, I think that might be very difficult. I know that a lot of people are waiting that with impatience, but that will be hard. To be outlaw will certainly be very hard, because I think that to be an outlaw right now is already hard enough. But if you have the other guys that can come and sneak on you and kill you on sight, that will be pretty tough.
Yeah.
Well, the PvP element, I don't know if they're going to do it or not. The reason I think it would be fun, obviously you'd have dueling involved and stuff like that, but you'd be killing members of your own faction. You know what I mean? That kind of takes some of the PvP elements away a bit, which is killing your buddies, per se. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know about that. I personally would love it, because, I mean, right now there's no way to duel, and that's kind of what I would use it for, more so than anything else. But I think that's such a long way off, don't you guys?
Yeah, I think
Probably.
that they need to like we have seen the developers in the ESO Live. She said that they are in an observation phase now. They need to see the behavior of the players, because to add to these elements, the PvP aspect of it, it will change so much things. Everything will be so different. So we already need to see what players will be doing with what we have right now. There's plenty of room to exploit, to be the king or the queen of thieving. Shout out for Lady Ace, by the way, in her school of thieving. And we don't know what players can do with this. There's everyone is playing thief differently. You see, Sick Trick, what you did, I never did that. I killed maybe one person, and that was it. After I stopped, because I'm just a thief.
You didn't use any potions and cheapen the system?
No, because I'm just 24 with this character, and so I've not
you can still use potions at level 5.
I've not think about that. Honestly, I was just doing it in the fair play way. I'm kind of fair play person.
Fair play way.
Yeah.
No, it's using the system.
Yeah, but maybe I will want to try, as I'm also alchemist. I will try to make invisible potion and see what it does. Might be very fun.
Well, would you even do the PvP element if they made it?
Yeah, probably, because my goal was to make a character especially for that, but I'm a little bit afraid of it, because I'm not a good PvPer, especially not on one-on-one, and I can be fastly pissed off if I'm getting ganked or so. I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. I find it very nice for guys that enjoy PvP, but people that want to enjoy the roleplay aspect of being a thief, etc., and don't want to get ganked, to get trolled, to get abused, etc., that might be super irritating, and you might have to stop to be an outlaw, and that might be sad for a lot of people. So I don't know, because there will be people unhappy on both sides anyway.
I honestly, I mean, may cause more damage than good, to be completely honest, because you're gonna have VR14s trolling someone just to do it, and unfortunately, that's the way the internet is right now in MMOs. I think ZOS is doing a good thing here by just monitoring it and see what people like, what they don't like, how it's going, and going from there. Because they can expand on this. This is how they can bring in the Thieves Guild. This is how they can bring in the Dark Brotherhood. Add some story to it. And this will transcend gaming if they do those things. It really will. Because imagine the Dark Brotherhood, and you're going to these outlaw refuges and you see the Thieves Guild. I mean, isn't this kind of what we've wanted for so long? A year down the road and this game already has this type of content. It's just awesome.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so I think that's enough time on that. What's our topics for next week, Aloha?
Well, next week you can know more about our experience in the Elder Scroll games, so our history in this game. Or the second subject is the Chrome Shop. The Chrome Shop, of course. I want a Gormont.
Oh, I'm getting a Gormont. Like second number one. Oh, definitely.
War slap.
So, we all have played different test games, and I know that's probably maybe not the best subject, but if you want to know a little bit more about our history and what we think of this game in terms of the test franchise as a whole, you can vote for that. Or also, you can vote for the Crown Store. And not only the Crown Store, what's in it and stuff like that, but do you even like the idea of having a cash shop? Do you think it's bad for the game? So on and so forth. So, I'm really interested to see what you guys think about that, because I know I'm going to be buying items, but I know it's not exactly the most popular thing. I know there's people against it. So let us know what you think.
See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.